Do you even own an air fryer? And be honest. Alright, hello everyone, what's going on? It's Tubasa here, and I decided to make this video in response to a comment that I got saying that they really liked the ASMR coming from my voice through this mic. And if you're wondering what this mic is, it's a HyperX Quadcast mic, and there's a bunch of settings on it, but the one setting I have it on is this knob is pushed like all the way low so it doesn't pick up any other like outside noises, mainly because down here from where I am there's noises coming from the boiler room, and it's a high-pitched screaming noise, and I personally don't like it. It drives me nuts, but it turns off every once in a while, so it's completely quiet. With that being said, I would like to tell you guys that I finally finished my jacket that I made with my grandma. And it was a very, very long process to make a jacket. I went in head first and didn't start off with any knowledge. I wasn't going to make a t-shirt, which is probably way easier than this jacket that I'm wearing currently, but I would like to show it to you guys and kind of talk about the process. So first off, let me fully show you guys what it looks like. And as you can see, the collar goes all the way around. Now, by the way, these are bees. These are bees. This is made out of denim, so we had to use a heavy-duty sewing machine. And it was such a long and arduous process to make this jacket because there are so many pieces, like the pockets, the pocket flaps, the cuffs, the collar. There's a pleat on the back, which most shirts don't have pleats unless if they are a jacket. But I'm very proud that I got this done. It took about 6 or 7 weekends for about 3 to 6 hours at a time. And the material cost for this was around $100. I got a lot of it on sale because Joann's is going out of business. Very, very unfortunate. My grandma was so sad. And I will be a little bit sad too because it means I really can't make anything unless I want to go somewhere else. With that being said, the first couple of weeks were fine. You know, you just cut out your, what is it called? It's like an outline in which it lays out kind of the instructions of like, you need this many pieces to make the sleeves, to make the shirt and whatnot. And then we cut actually through the fabric then, so you kind of have to cut the same shape twice, essentially. And if you have 2 of the same shape, then you need to cut a total of 4 times, which makes it even more cutting. The heavy-duty sewing machine tended to act a little weird sometimes. The pressure foot would make it so it wouldn't move and everything would bunch up, so I had to tear out a bunch of seams towards the end, especially when dealing with buttonholes. And the buttons themselves are pretty nice. I mean, they're just regular black buttons, but hand sewing those was kind of fun. I pricked myself a whole lot during this process, and it was very, very annoying. I would just be sitting there, you know, I'd be hand sewing something, or I'd be pinning something, and then, you know, out of nowhere, you're just here, fuck. It's like, oh, it hurts, and then you kind of feel the pins and needles of it later. But it was a fun experience. I'm really glad I got to work on the jacket with my grandma. And personally, if I had to like sell this jacket, which I won't ever, unless someone's willing to pay something that is way over my price that I'm like pricing it at, right? Because it's designer. It's designer. I made it with my grandma. I would price this at about $400 at a minimum, maximum $600. But to be fair, if I'm looking at, you know, my quality and whatnot, I'm not a professional sewer. This is my first time making it. I did a lot of the work. And so I'd probably place in more about $400 for this entire jacket if I had to like sell it. But I won't, because I'm glad I have this jacket. It's going to be really versatile because, as you can see, I'm wearing a hoodie over it. So during the winter, I could wear this as kind of an outside layer, but I could also wear it when it's a little bit warmer by just having a t-shirt underneath it, which I was doing the first time I was wearing it. As to washing this, I probably have to put it on a heavier setting because it's jean, it's denim. So I might have to wash it by itself. I'm very cautious about how this will all come out in the wash because I know fraying will happen, and I want to make sure that this thing doesn't fall apart, because if it does, then we have to get it redone and everything. Besides that, though, I'm very happy with the end product. I hope that, people will look at it and give comments and ask, like, where'd you get that? Or, that's really cool. How did you do that? What I will say is, towards the end, the last couple of weekends that I was working on it, I was having a bit of burnout and a bit of frustration because of all the intricate finishes there were. For instance, attaching the collar to the actual shirt, that got quite annoying. And it was a process in which I sometimes had to let my grandma actually sew it because, as she puts it, she's very anal about it. It's a very funny word. I don't know why she says it, but she means to be very, neat and orderly and doesn't accept anything but perfection. So I know where I got my perfectionist complex from. On a different note, since I am on spring break, I have been working a whole lot on music, and I believe I've started to create some absolute bangers with my music. I have 3 songs currently made, and I don't think I'm going to make one tonight, because usually I've made them all consecutively, like every night, but it takes me about 5 to 6 hours to make a song, and I feel like with the last song I had a little bit of burnout, so I might give it a rest tonight and maybe finish Death Note instead, because I'm about 8 episodes away from finishing Death Note, and Death Note is, right now, it's really good. If I had to place it somewhere currently as it is before I finish it, it's probably in top 3 for sure, in top 5, because my number 1 is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I mean, it's pretty obvious. The whole like clothes making, the sketches, if you've seen my sketches from prior videos, and me just talking about it, as well as that one post I made showing my entire JoJo collection. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is by far my most favorite thing. I'm currently reading part 9 as well. I'm on chapter 5 or 6 right now, and it's pretty solid. I really like the direction Araki has taken JoJo's Bizarre Adventure with, and I can't wait to continue reading it. Second anime of all time, it's pretty hard because I really like Evangelion, but I also really like Vinland Saga. And I don't know if I'm putting Evangelion up at second because I'm hyping it up a lot, or because my roommate says it's his favorite anime of all time. But I do remember when watching Evangelion that the ending was really, really introspective and deep thinking, and it really got into, what defines me, how should I look at myself, and who am I? And it, it deals with a lot of trauma as well. But Vinland Saga, on the other hand, is both like action and introspective. Like they're both kind of similar, because the first half of Evangelion and Vinland Saga, they're very action heavy, and then the second half, or second season in Vinland Saga's case, is very introspective and very thought provoking. And I don't know if I like the way that Vinland Saga did it more than Evangelion. What I will say is that the intro to Vinland Saga, like the intro songs, have been solid. So I personally would probably put Vinland Saga above Evangelion, making Evangelion third. But then now it comes into question of, okay, Death Note. Does Death Note go over Evangelion? I don't know. I really like Death Note right now. And I don't remember much of Evangelion to say for sure if it was, impactful as Vinland Saga or Death Note. Now, I haven't watched Vinland Saga or Evangelion in about a year and a quarter by now, but I would say Death Note is probably maybe above Evangelion. I think that might be my final verdict once it's all finished, because again, I haven't finished it yet, but I'm very close to the end, and it's been really good all the way through. What else? I haven't gotten to play a lot of Apex lately. With me being home, I usually try not to play Apex. I've played twice so far within the past week, which, that's fine. Like, I really have no other goal besides getting to 20k kills on Catalyst, but right now there's some game modes that don't count kills and they give you random legends, so I'm just having fun right now. Once school starts up again, we'll probably hop back on that grind. I've been working out a lot. I say a lot, but just more than I usually have been. I went for a 2-mile run, and that absolutely kicked the wind out of me. The wind was literally against me almost the entire time. I'm not even joking. It was quite a slog on that run. And this morning I lifted a little bit, did some pull-ups, push-ups, just some curls, stuff like that, because I do value my physical fitness, and I want to make sure I'm kind of staying on top of things and keeping discipline, because discipline right now has been really in my head as of late, because with making music, sometimes I just make a song and then I call it good. Whereas, the past 3 days I was like, okay, let's make sure we try and make a song every night. And it's only that today I'm like, okay, I'm kind of getting some burnout. Let's give it a break and then come back to it. That was my troll face. I feel like at least I have a very expressive face. And I feel like I've been getting a lot of voice acting ads lately. I don't know why. I don't know how. Because although I've been saying, voice acting would be a cool gig, I've been saying it for a long time. So I don't know why it's just all of a sudden this week I decided to get a bunch of voice acting ads instead of like earlier. Maybe it's because they finally made the ad for the school or whatever. And although I think that would be pretty cool, I think that I would like to personally, if I were to do it, I would rather meet someone in person rather than talking like over Zoom, talk about like warm-ups and stuff. But for me, warming up usually is just singing. I like to sing a lot, and I feel like all the different genres that I sing to allow me to have that range of different voices, and essentially allow me to not only be a pretty decent singer, but a voice actor. Now, there was a time that I did try and ask to dub for the community-made JoJo Lands dub, but they said they had people filled up for all the spots, and they only really needed people to edit the videos and whatnot. And after they said that, I kind of had a turn off moment. I was like, dang, I really wanted to be a part of it. And they do all their announcements through Twitter or X, and I'm just not on there like at all. I only go on there when like there was a snow day in high school. Like that would be the only time I would go on to Twitter. So I don't use Twitter enough to get updates or anything. And maybe another opportunity will come around. Maybe someone will comment in this video being like, hey, you want to be the voice of yada yada character in a video game, or just dubbing over something. I'll be like, yeah, sure, why not? I do it for fun because I want the experience. I want my name to get out, yada, all that stuff. I just need to start somewhere. Part of my plan right now is, as I'm going through my masters and getting some money, that I continue to build my music repertoire as well as, the entries and whatnot. That way, once I do get out of college and have a job that gets me some good money, I can start funneling that into this stuff so I can have better camera quality, because right now I'm literally just using my laptop, but I would like to have a actual quality camera, an actual PC, because I'm, again, doing this all on my laptop and I need to get off a Mac. Macs suck. If you're going to be a student at college, don't invest in a Mac. Get something else, because dear God, the amount of problems I've run into, it's not fun. It's not fun at all. Like, I have to go to the computer lab like so much because of it. And it's very annoying. It's just very annoying to deal with sometimes. But I'm glad it has GarageBand. That's the one plus. I actually get to work on my music. So this will probably be my music setup with my Mac, unless I can get GarageBand on something else, like a PC. So that's the plan. That's the plan, man. Besides that, I have really not a whole lot to do today, because, go figure, again, it's spring break, but I've already studied this morning. I've been studying for this big engineering exam. If you're an engineer, you know what the FE exam is, because I'm pretty sure every engineer has to take some version of it. For those of you who don't know, the FE exam is this exam that you take before you basically can get employed, as far as I'm aware. It's basically an exam saying, hey, you have the basic knowledge to be an engineer, so now you can go under some sort of firm or get some sort of job and work with those people, because you know what's going on and you know how to properly do these calculations and whatnot. So I'm preparing for that, and it's going to be so fun when I wake up at 8 a.m. to go take it on a Saturday morning for a 6-hour test. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be perfect. I'm going to be smiling all the way through. I'm not. I'm going to be tired, assuming that I don't fall asleep at the correct time, but I might. Who knows? Maybe my sleep schedule will actually be correct for once. So I'm studying for that every day. Again, discipline. I'm disciplined to keep myself on track to success. And it's sometimes tough, but when you get in your head about it and you're like, this is a discipline thing, like this is a test, then I guess it kind of helps you want to challenge that and be like, oh, okay, I'll do it. And so I would say that's a pretty good thing. And not only that, but I believe I finished out all the paperwork for my master's stuff. It was like some financial stuff and whatnot. And being patient, again, I had to be patient. That was the key. If you've seen my other videos, and being patient is very important, because that's what I'm working on. And I had sent an email because I had a couple questions, and it was about a day that I had to wait, but I got my answer, so I luckily filled everything out correctly. So, yay, that's a plus. But with that out of the way, there's, again, I can ramble for quite a long time. It's already been 20 minutes and I've talked about everything that I've been doing so far this week. So, again, this video was made because of a comment that I saw. I also just want to give an update. So, I think it was, their name was Spooksy. They really liked the mic quality and they said it gives them tingles. So, I thought I'd make this video just for you. I hope you're happy. For those of you who have other comments or ideas, feel free to leave them down below, and I will gladly try to partake in them as long as they don't go against my moral code or law. So keep that in mind as you're making these video ideas, or maybe even potential topics to talk about. I could go on about House of Leaves because I've read that book, and I actually had a script that I made for it, but I haven't made a video on it because I don't have the editing skills, in my opinion, to make a good video for it. And there's probably a bunch of other really good videos on it. So besides that, I got nothing. Enjoy the rest of your guys' week. For me, it's snowing, which is weird. It's bipolar here. That's all I'm gonna say. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and hopefully some of the music that I really like that I've made will start coming out, but we'll see when I'll do that, because I kind of want to make sure the album is all fully put together. Again, have a good week. Peace.